Hi there, and thanks for joining me for this week's edition of your Wheel and Anchor weekly newsletter. This week, I'm super excited to announce a whole host of new trips that we have finalized over the last couple of weeks and that we are going to be releasing this week and next week with a bunch of webinars to follow. In particular, I want to mention an exciting new program geared at our more active members, which is our Hiking in Patagonia trip that's going to happen next February and March. I'm really excited about this because we've had a lot of people asking about more active, like real hiking kind of trips. So we spent quite a bit of time researching the beautiful part of Argentina to the south called Patagonia, which of course is famous for Torres del Paine National Park and Patagonia Moreno Glacier and a bunch of other places that are well known, particularly to those who've done any kind of hiking and more activities around the world. So we're going to be doing a webinar on that in just a couple of days on Monday morning. And so do join us for that. The trip begins and ends, of course, in Buenos Aires. It takes in some amazing places like Bariloche, which is kind of the gateway to the east side of the Andes Mountains in the Lake District of Argentina. We're also going to be in Chalten, which is a town that is known as sort of the start of many of the hiking adventures to places like Fitzroy that we're going to be seeing. We're going to be in Calafate, and from there going out to the Patagonia Moreno Glacier. That's, if you Google hiking in Argentina, these are some of the places that pop up and are really amazing. And we've got a nice collection of boutique hotels. We've got some wonderful wine experiences wrapped in with all of that. It really is an amazing program. And in fact, I haven't seen one that's even similar to that that has been offered before in Canada. Maybe there are others, but I think this is going to be a magnificent one. So if you've ever thought about hiking in the wonderful mountains in Patagonia, please do join us for that webinar and check out the program itinerary attached. Also coming up this week is our newest Sojourn program. And so this is a slight revision to our live away that we had done previously in Tuscany. And we've modified it to take in a little bit more of this incredible part of Italy that is really high on everybody's bucket lists for those who've been for those who've never been and for those who've been as well. This program spends a number of days in Florence, the heart of Tuscany. And, when I was just talking to some of our hosts this week, and, it seems like it's everybody's favorite city in Italy. So you can't not spend a number of days there. Of course, Cortona, the wonderful hilltop town in the southern part of Tuscany that we've offered numerous times and our members just rave about. So we'll spend a number of days in there. And then finally, we've added on the little tiny country of San Marino. And I suspect not everybody can pinpoint this on the map, but if you go just to east of Tuscany towards the Adriatic Sea, high up in the mountains, you find this microstate, as it will. It's one of the smallest countries in the world, and in fact, one of the oldest republics in the world. And from here, we'll be able to venture out and explore some of the beautiful scenery in and around San Marino. It's in and of itself, you can see it all in kind of a day or two, but you can also venture into the surrounding Italian countryside. So kind of a neat place to visit, and we thought it would be a great addition to our Tuscany program. So the webinar for that coming up this week as well. Many more programs coming out very soon. Our Gardens of England and France, which I know a number of garden lovers have been anxiously awaiting, is going to be. I think the webinar is week after this week. And so we've been excited. We've been just waiting for the dates to firm up for the Chelsea Flower Show as well as the equivalent in France. So that program is coming out, as well as our Cornwall and Devon program. Again, our foray into the southwestern part of England. So that trip is coming out as well. Our Southern Italian sojourn is coming out. That's going to cover Puglia as well as the area around Sorrento. So the Amalfi and Sorrentine coastlines. We've also finally got our Sardinia Patagonia and Corsica live-away program that's also going to be released imminently. So much new stuff coming out. I'm really excited about it all, and I'm appreciate your patience while we've been working hard over the last couple of weeks while I finally had my feet planted on the ground to get those programs out to you. So please do join us. Look out. As I say, there's a bunch of webinar dates that you'll find in the blog below, as well as those 2 programs I just mentioned are attached here. So have a look through all that. We'd love to get your feedback. Of course, even more, we'd like to get you on board for these great trips coming up next year. So stay tuned, and we'll catch up with you again next week.